subscribe.
一体どんな手を使って
どんな手も何も俺は元から
登録していた。
Card Kaizoku.
This video is brought to you by Adakai TCG. Shop the latest in premium holographic textured custom One Piece cards. Designed for collectors, crafted to stand out. Use code CARDKaizoku for 15% off your next order. This video is sponsored by gumgum.gg. Discover Western OP10 lists and Eastern OP11 lists on gumgum.gg. Updated daily. Be the first to see decks for new leaders as they emerge. With over 1,000 deck lists per set, gumgum.gg has all the top strategies as soon as they drop. This video is sponsored by Card Market, Europe's largest online marketplace for trading card games. Alright, another day and they've revealed some more of the cards in the new starter decks. There were some Shanks, Bonney, and Buggy cards, and I think a Yamato card that they showed off. These are not official English reveals, so yeah, I think they're from like some Japanese magazine or something. So the images are going to be low quality. I won't have them in my deck builder, but yeah, we'll just take a look, all courtesy of the One Piece card game unofficial Discord, the biggest one. You guys know what it is. So let's take a look at this first character with translation provided by Hiroshisho here, it looks like, who is a Cooper. Okay, so it's a Shanks character, SR. So the SR for the deck is a 9 cost, 10k power, 4 Emperor Red Hair Pirates Shanks card. This card has -3 cost in your hand if your opponent has a character with an original power of 8,000 or more. On play, if your leader has the Red Hair Pirates type or is Uta, your leader gains plus 2,000 power until the end of your opponent's next end phase. What? Huh? Okay, remember in my last video where we went over like the speculative cards that they might print for the starter decks? I made a video about it. I just made up my own cards for the decks, the SRs. This was the Shanks that I came up with. So yeah, a big body that like gave -3k to something and then KO'd something and had rush. People were saying that that was too broken of a card. This freaking guy is broken too. He's just as broken, isn't he? What the heck? But like in the other direction, it's super defensive but also aggressive. He's a 6 cost 10k. Come on. But yeah, only if your opponent has a big character out too. But yeah, like literally the boogeyman of the set of the meta in OP11 in Japan is Blue Purple Luffy, right? He does have that 8,000 power or more character on his like 3rd turn most of the time. That freaking 8 cost Katakuri, right? This guy, this asshole. So yeah, you're just able to match him for free. You don't even have to ramp, right? You get to keep all the good stuff about your red leader, meanwhile also benefiting off your opponent ramping too quickly. What? Is that fair? Why don't you have to pay anything to ramp to keep up, you know? So yeah, 6 cost, 10k power, and then your leader, your freaking leader is a 7k till the end of your opponent's next end phase. So you're a 7k base leader Shanks plus your leader ability, so you're actually at 8k for 1 attack. So literally, your opponent can't really even attack you with their leader for that turn. Or your leader is Uta. Is this good for Uta? How many Uta leaders are there that are red? 2? Okay, so this one is probably not going to be using it because it's like one of the worst leaders ever. But red purple Uta, eh? You can ramp to him pretty quickly. So not only can you match your opponent's ramp, but you're also a ramp deck yourself. So you can... Oh no, but they have to ramp first, right? I don't know, maybe you just ramp to 9 to play the Shanks hardcasted. Because it's still great, right? Since you're having to discard film cards to ramp, just being 7k for a turn, like it's as if you got a 2k back from your trash for every attack that your opponent could have thrown at you that turn, right? So it almost feels like you didn't lose any cards, I guess. I don't know, but it's not a film type card himself though. But yeah, dang, what the heck? What the hecky heck? What the helly heck? What the frick? Why'd they give this to Shanks? He didn't need it. He's already a good deck. Come on. Okay, well, take a look at the next card here. Monkey D. Luffy. 1 cost, 2k power. Okay. Activate main, you may rest 1 Dawn and this character. Give it to one of your opponent's characters -1,000 power for the turn. Okay. Oh, he's a film supernova and straw hat crew type character. So not a red hair pirate. He's usable in like a bunch of decks actually. He's film. So wait, is the Shanks starter deck a red purple Uta buff? Right, all the cards seem to help this deck. You have another film outlet you can trash with the red purple Uta. It also gives power down. Combined with the leader's power down, that's like -3k. But do you need this in Shanks though? Probably not, right? Because you've already got building snake and Hongo, right? Do you have a slot in the deck for a 1k counter that has 2,000 power? I don't think so. But yeah, the fact that it's a film supernova. I mean, can you do like a red-green film deck? That'd be cool. Right, Luffy into Brook into Robin into that Luffy. That makes sense, and you use that in like a red-green Luffy deck. Oops, I typed Luggy. This guy? Nah, this guy probably still sucks. Okay, so I don't know about this one, but it's just a common. Every deck's gotta have a bad card, right? Okay, what's the next one here? Law and Beppo. Ooh, a Bonney card. SR for the deck. 10 cost 11k power. On play, rest up to one of your opponent's characters. It will not become active on your opponent's next refresh phase. Then, if your opponent has 2 or more rested characters, your leader gains plus 2000 power to the end of your opponent's next end. Why did they keep doing that? They gave that to Shanks. They gave that to Purple Luffy. But that 6 cost Luffy. This one right here, right? Everyone's a 7k base leader. All of a sudden, that's not cool. That's power creep, right? It got to the point where like 6k base leaders were the meta with Blue Purple Luffy, and now they're just moving up to 7k. But I guess they kind of moved down from 9k from Black Yellow Luffy. Didn't they learn the fact that Black Yellow Luffy invalidated like so many decks that couldn't match that 9k baseline, and now you're making 7k the new standard, right? Freaking, you think this guy, this freaking OP01 ass guy can ever reach 7k? Probably, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like this new paradigm here is making it really hard for a lot of older leaders to catch up. But I guess since they're rotating sets anyway, all those old leaders are just going to be out, and yeah, everything's just going to be super strong now. So I guess kind of makes sense, but we're just going to feel the brunt of it at the moment as we're transitioning to that new like standard of power. But yeah, this card in general, what is it good? So you rest a character and it can't untap. That's good, right? With the 10 cost Doflamingo, this is better in that it hits 3 things and hits leaders too, but you don't force it to rest. Right, they have to have already attacked or something, which you needed to interact with in some way, like counter or block. So in that regard, I might like being able to rest 3 things more, and then you only get the 7k base if your opponent has 2 rested characters. So this would count as one of them, and then you would have hoped to have used your leader ability to rest something else, and that's not counting if your opponent attacked with anything already. So yeah, I think it would be pretty easy to be a 7k base. There's a bunch of Bonney cards that give you like active Dawn back, right? People run Smoker in the deck for that reason. Uruj has been an old pick that lets you get access to that Dawn, but people are not running him as much anymore. There's like a new Bonney character from OP EB02 that also gives you active Dawn, but only on the turn that you play it though. So it would have to be something that is persistent that gives it to you every turn. Because yeah, this Law and Beppo is a 10 cost. So I'm guessing Uruj, or they're probably going to reveal another card, or maybe it's the next one up. I haven't seen it yet. I'm trying not to read ahead. But yeah, anything to note with it being a Minx, Supernova, or Heart Pirates type character? Is there any even like green Heart Pirates support? Not really. How about on the Minx side? Minx side, I don't think so. I guess it's searchable by Wanda. That's Wonderful, right? You have a way to find it a little easier on your first turn until you get to your 10 Dawn turn. Guess that's it. There's a stage. If you're playing Carrot, you can run that Law and Beppo, and then you can set up to one of your characters is active. So you just swing with this combination character for 11 and then untap it. If it had a blocker, that'd be a lot more relevant, but yeah, probably not not a super synergistic combo there. But yeah, definitely a top end for the Carrot deck now. That's pretty cool. And then we have an X-Drake character. Okay, so he's a Supernova Navy Drake Pirate. 5 cost 5k power, 2k counter. Okay, so yeah, I was gonna say his stat line's pretty horrible. On play, if your leader has the Supernova type, mess with one of your opponent's cost 5 or lower characters, then at the end of the turn, set up to one of your Dawn as active. Well, it's a 2k counter, so you can't complain really. Though, aren't there enough like freaking 2k counters in the Supernova type? Yeah, you got freaking Luffy, Apu, and Apu. They're 2 Apus. And then would you run this over Tashigi? I don't think so, would you? I guess it can't hurt to have one more option. This one's a lot more usable than the freaking Luffy anyway. Right? In an emergency situation, it's 5 Dawn, rest of 5 cost. And you also get a Dawn back for your leader ability. Yeah, okay, we'll take it. Ooh, a Buggy character. Is the SR, okay, let's see. Activate main. He's a 4 cost 1k, what the heck? That's, huh? Okay, let's see what he does. Activate main, you may discard 1 card and send this card to the trash. If your leader is Buggy, play up to 1 cost 6 or lower cost skill type character from your hand. Wait, is that good? Okay, if it stayed on board and helped you flood to meet the requirements for the other Buggy, not the green one, but the blue one. Oh, but you need 5 costs or more, and this Buggy is a 4 cost, so he doesn't even meet that requirement. So I guess it's okay that he trashes himself. Then he can cheat out a 6 cost. Which one's 6? It's like Mihawk, right? So not Crocodile, so you can't do 4 into 7. You can do 4 into 6. That's you draw 2 cards and trash a card from your hand. Why is this good? Why is this an SR? I'm missing something for sure. I'm pretty sure. So you minus a card to play out your Mihawk 1 turn earlier. right? Because normally at 5 Dawn, you could cheat it out for 5 with your leader ability, which basically just does the same thing. You just get to do it 1 turn earlier, going second. It doesn't even cheat out the shoe buggy. Wait, I don't understand. Maybe the other SR makes it make sense, but to be honest, it sounds pretty bad. What, they gave freaking Shanks a 7k base, Bonney a 7k base, Luffy a 7k base, but they gave Buggy this? I guess that lets you play out Mihawk a turn earlier? I don't know, guys. He needed a more consistent way to flood the board so that you get like guaranteed bottom deck with the Buggy and then it stays on board, right? Okay, we'll reserve our judgment. Let's just see what the next card is. Alvida, 4 cost 5k power, cross guild. If you have 2 or more characters with an original cost of 5 or more, this character get +1 cost. On play, if your leader is Buggy, draw 3 cards and discard 2 cards from your hand. Well, it's just a common, but it's not even... Is it good? It draws you a card, I guess, which is what you need because you're having to discard so many cards for your leader ability. Maybe you run it over the vanilla. Well, at least she makes herself a 5 cost. Yeah, I guess this is alright. It's not the worst thing, right? It helps you mitigate your leader ability a bit and also like counts for the 10 cost Buggy in the late game. And that's it for Buggy? What? Okay, that sucks. Let's take a look at Yamato SR. So Dawn ×2, your turn this character gets plus 3000 power. It's a 1 cost, 0k power, 1k counter. Oh, but so let's see. Oh, let me just read the rest of the card. On play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. We also want one country type card with the cost of 2 or more and add it to your hand. Then place the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. It's a searcher. That can be an attacker, right? If you attach the 2 Dawn onto Yamato, which is something you can do from the leader, right? If your opponent is at 3 or less life, you can give 2 rested Dawn to that character. So you give it to this Yamato. It gets 2000 power from the 2 Dawn plus 3k from the Dawn ×2 part. So that actually is, yeah, pretty nice. And it also is a searcher too, right? It does everything that you want in the deck, right? It's a first turn play that becomes an attacker later. That's actually really cool. I like this, actually. Does that mean the other Yamato SR is another Yamato character? I guess that would make sense, but yeah, pretty cool design. But yeah, it's only on your turn though. So on your opponent's turn, it goes back to being a 0k power, which is fine, right? You got your attack and you got your draw with it. And then, okay, this is the last card revealed. It's an Izou character. It's a common 2 cost, 1k power, 1k counter as well. Dawn ×2, this character gains blocker. Okay, yeah, I like that actually. A way to utilize the Dawn ×2 from the leader. On play, your Wano country type leader gains banished this turn. Okay, so it's freaking Onami, except it's searchable, right? Even though this Nami's wearing Wano clothes, she's not a Wano character. But this Onami has a way much better trigger because it just pops a 5-drop. But Izou being searchable is good. It's a blocker too, right? That's useful. A chump blocker for 2. And yeah, it just gives your leader banish. So banish plus your leader ability means that you get double attack banish. So they trash the top 2 life cards from their life area instead of just 1, which is really potent. And yeah, it's just a 2 Dawn commitment. So I'm liking these 2 cards, and we know that there's going to be that Hody kind of style Yamato card too. So yeah, all these decks seem pretty strong except for Buggy. What the heck happened to Buggy? I must be missing something. I'm going to read the replies here, right? I have to be. All right, Angel DS is -3 cards is crazy. Yeah, right, that's what I thought. Because you have to kill this Buggy plus a card you discard from your hand to play out a card from your hand. That's half your hand gone on your 4 Dawn turn. Well, I guess the Mihawk. What did he do again? Draw 2, discard 1 is what he did? Yeah, so I guess you get +1 in the end, so it's 2 cards out. This is actual trash. Yeah, Buggy no hand. Hey, you guys are funny. Yeah, okay, so I'm not missing anything. This card sucks, right? Unless the other SR for the starter deck makes this make sense. We're gonna have to wait for that, but this is all they revealed so far. I'm also trying not to look at any OP12 spoilers until more are revealed, and I'll do like my first impressions on it. So what do you guys think of these new cards? They showed 1 SR from every remaining deck. Overall impressions. Yeah, every leader gets to be a 7k base except for Yamato and Buggy at the moment. Teach didn't get a 7k base effect, did he? No, he didn't. But yeah, this Shanks is crazy. Was Shanks losing to Ramp anyway? But yeah, does he have a weakness now at all? Is it still aggro? But if he's a 7k base stat, that kind of stops aggro too, right? Yasop into the Shanks. So how do you beat Shanks? And then yeah, Law and Beppo, I don't know. I think Bonney might still run the Doflamingos if they do run any 10 drops instead. But yeah, probably still 8 cost Kid plus the 9 cost Shanks. The film one is probably still the way to play it, but who knows? I could be wrong, right? The Shanks just pops any rested character. You sub Dawn up for your leader ability. I guess it depends on what the other SR is. And then yeah, Buggy's straight Garbo, unfortunately, for now. I'll reserve my final judgment until the entire deck is released. And then, yeah, I really do like these Yamato cards that utilize the Dawn ×2. So I hope they do more with that. But yeah, those are my first impressions of these new cards. Hopefully they'll reveal a bunch more and I'll do another one. And then, yeah, once all the cards are revealed, I'll do like a tier list maybe. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of these cards. And if I like missed any synergies or misinterpreted some, let me know. But it's bound to happen. This is literally my first impressions. I want to give it to you guys raw. Oh, sorry. Editor, scratch that part out. I didn't mean to say it that way. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. But until next time, bye.
Card Kaizoku.